Morning, guys. It's Chris. It is actually 1:06 p.m. here. So it's not morning, it's afternoon in Connecticut. And we have a beautiful, beautiful day going on outside. Today is my son's last day of school, finally. I think he's one of the latest schools to get out. But I'm doing this follow-up video to my Want to Know About Chris video. It was a question and answer, and I got a lot of really cute questions. So I was hoping to get some more, but I didn't. But that was okay, because I might do another one in the future. But so I'm going to answer your questions. So I will start with, and if it looks like I'm reading, I am, because I have the video pulled up, so I want to read off here. So, let me see. And I'm not going to remember everybody's name, so I'm just going to read off your screen names, unless I remember your name. Oh, my son is just walking through the door right now from his last day of school. Da-da-da! I'm just doing a video, Dante. So,
What? Wait, what?
I'm doing a video, so if you could just hush for a minute.
Is it recording right now?
Yeah, you want to come in and say hi?
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to come say hi. It's his last day of school. So, before I get started, so you can see my son. Let's see. We have a brand new 7th grader today. There he is!
Hi, YouTube.
That's Dante. It's my favorite boy right here. Love him so much. So how was your last day of school, bud?
Good.
It was good?
Yeah.
Last day of school is always good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a lot of stuff today.
Did you? Fun stuff?
Yeah. We had like. I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you could let the YouTubers know what you did today.
Oh well.
Yeah, come closer to me though.
1 second. Let me think. We did a lot of stuff today. So, well, we did like there's some presentations that we did, and then there was like a big talent show. Most of the people like sang songs and stuff.
Yep.
But sorry. And then for A period, I was in health, and so we went into the gym, and there was a there was risers, and half like on each half of the riser, one half was for the people in gym, one half was for the people in health, and so we played a game called pin guard, where basically one team is on one side of the gym, one team's on the other side of the gym, and you have to guard pins, and if one team knocks the other team's pins, like all of them down, then they win. And if you hit someone with a ball, it's sort of like dodgeball, but you have to knock down the pins. But
that sounds a little violent. Okay.
But we don't actually use like kickballs, so that's a good thing. So it doesn't hurt. It's like foam balls.
That's good.
And so then yeah, if you get someone out, then you go to the jail, like on the enemy side of the team, and then someone from your side has to throw a ball to you, and if you catch it, then you get back in the game. But if someone catches a ball that you throw, then you get out.
We played something like that. I remember playing something like that before. Okay. Anyway, so say bye to YouTubers.
Bye.
Are you gonna go in the pool?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, get yourself ready. Okay. Okay. So that was my son. That was my Dante. Love him. Love him, love him, love him, love him. He's my favorite, but shh, don't tell anybody. Anyway. So, okay, so like I said, I'm going to post if I recognize you ASAP, then I'll say your name. Otherwise, I'm just going to post say your screen name. And I apologize if I don't remember your name, just because, oh my God, there's just so many people on YouTube and that I'm friends with that it's kind of hard. But anyway, so Merrick P86 posted, and I really wish I knew her name because I know her. I know her, but I just can't remember. Her first question was, how did you get into wax? And this is actually kind of like a twofold question, because originally how I got into wax was years ago. God, it must have been like 15 years ago. I used to sell Party Light, and I absolutely loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I love Party Light. I love all their stuff. I'm in love with everything. I just had a Party Light party. And I think I had Instagrammed I got this gorgeous Buddha tea light thing. I'm big into, Buddhism and all different kinds of religions, but whatever. So I got that for like half off. And I mean, having a party with Party Light is definitely the way to go. So you get all these cool freebies and stuff like that. But anyway, I started selling Party Light like about 15 years ago. Maybe even 20 years ago. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But no, I think it was like more like 15. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm older than I think I am. I don't know. I love all their stuff. Absolutely love it. So that's kind of like what first got me into wax. And I loved it so much. The only problem with it is that I loved it too much. So I didn't make a lot of money. I mean, I had great customers and great, wonderful, 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 customer base and everything like that. I mean, I did a lot of shows, everything. I made a lot of money. The problem is they give you 50% off everything. So that's kind of back where my money went. So I guess my addiction started then, because I could have been, rich by now. But instead I just kept buying more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. So through Party Light. So that was my first wax really kind of introduction. And like I said, I still love Party Light to this day. Love them, love them. Recently, what got me into wax was I had bought some diamond candles, and I was in a group that the admin was just very shady kind of thing. I can't even remember her name, to be honest. Oh, I remember her name, but I'm not going to say it. But I don't remember the group. But she was very shady. She was, I don't know, just making these really weird claims, and people were sending her money, and then money was going towards wax, not towards what she was claiming she needed it for, and all this other stuff, whatever. It was this big deal. So I spoke my mind like I always do, and I got kicked out. So, another girl also got kicked out for speaking her mind, and that was Brittany, who is the actual owner of Candles Anonymous, and she that day contacted me and said, hey, you want to start a new group? So we did, and Candles Anonymous was born. And she asked me, to, co-admin with her, whatever. And so through Candles Anonymous, like it first kind of started off as a diamond candle, jewelry candle kind of thing, if you wanted to trade your rings, if you wanted to sell your rings, that kind of thing. It was kind of what the other group was doing, but we were going to do it our own way and have our own rules and, not be so ridiculous about it, whatever. And it just kind of snowballed from there. Then we just started taking like new vendors, and then people started making wax and nail polishes and makeups and all this other stuff and everything. And we just kind of decided, you know what, we'll just do, it's still called Candles Anonymous. That's the original name. We're going to keep it. I'm sorry, that's my phone. But so we're going to keep the name and everything like that, but it's kind of all things, oh my Lord, I apologize. All things girly, like I said, wax and makeup and jewelry, and, we still do the original, hey, if you got, diamond candle rings that you want to get rid of or anything like that, I mean, we still have that going on. It's just kind of taken a backseat to other things because we have so many candle vendors in there now that we love to promote. And so that really got my addiction like totally flowing, because like after I got out of Party Late, I wasn't really into candles. Like I just didn't really burn them. I didn't, anything like that. So then with the Candles Anonymous, I really got into melting. I don't burn anymore. I was burning a lot of 381 candles. Love them, love their wax. I mean, they're very, very pricey, but I love their wax. One of my top 3 as far as throw and all that other stuff. So they also have jewelry in their candles. So that kind of got me, and it was real jewelry. So that was like my second after the diamond candles, because diamond candles I had no throw with. I just didn't like, it wasn't, they're not up to snuff for me. So I switched over to 381. And I no longer buy 381, but they're just a little too pricey for me. But if I can get them in a D-stash or something like that, then that's cool or whatever. But and because I don't burn, but their wax is so scoopable that you could just easily, just scoop it into your warmer. But, and like I said, they're just phenomenal. Their wax is just phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about them. So then as new people started coming in and saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot, or I'm going to give that a shot, or whatever, then I would give them a shot, and like a lot of them, I was like, oh my God, you're amazing. Like, you're crazy amazing. Like, you guys are just like learning this stuff, and this is what you're producing. Like, it was just nuts. So we have a lot of great vendors. So that's really kind of what got me back into the whole wax thing was Party Late was first, obviously. Once I stopped Party Late, wasn't so much into the candle thing. And then the Candles Anonymous group is really what kind of got me right back into it. And now, like, again, I said I no longer burn candles, but I do melt. So anyway, that's what got me back into it. And I will post a link below for anybody who wants to join. Second question by Merrick P86 is, what do you do for a living? Now, a lot of people might not answer this question because it's kind of personal, but I will answer it. Well, most people wouldn't think it's personal, but when you hear my answer, I do not work. I don't work. I am currently on disability, and I will be on disability for the rest of my life. I have several mental illnesses. If you want to say that, I don't know what you call it, whatever. But my biggest being panic disorder and anxiety disorder and agoraphobia. So I don't get out of the house too much. I'm fine if people, because I don't really drive. I'm fine if people are with me in the car, and I'm fine if other people drive. I mean, of course, then I'll go places. You know what I mean? I go to the pool at my condo, kind of stuff like that. So I'm not like a total shut-in. But I do have panic almost every day. Like, and I'm not just talking anxiety. I'm talking like panic. Like, I wake up in a panic attack. So, but prior to going on disability, I've been on disability for about 3 years now, I think. And prior to that, I worked for 10 years for the state of Connecticut at the Attorney General's office. So it was a really, really awesome job. And unfortunately, I went through a really messy divorce, which I think kind of started all this stuff going on with me. I have several other diagnoses too, but I'm not going to get into that. It's just not important. But anyway, and what's kind of sad is that, I don't know, I had to get some labs done the other day, and I was talking to the girl, and I said, what's kind of sad is like when you're on disability, it's like everybody wants to know, like, if they can't see, like, if you can't walk, okay, people get it, you know what I mean? Or something like that, they understand. But, like, there's so many unseen illnesses out there that it's really sad, because people are like, well, you could work, or why are you, I don't know, I don't get it. Why are you on disability? And you know what my answer kind of is like, you know what, live one day in my shoes. Just live one day in my shoes, and then tell me how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, wake up every morning with panic. Wake up every morning, not being able to leave your house. Wake up every morning You know, knowing you have to go somewhere, but you're so anxious ridden about it, even if it's like, 10 minutes down the street. Just live one day in my shoes and you will come back to me and say, oh my God, I apologize for questioning you or whatever. But anyway, before that, I had a job as an executive secretary at the Attorney General's office, and I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Unfortunately, I went through a really messy divorce, and I think that's what kind of, like I said, started all this. I shouldn't say it. It didn't start it. I had it prior, not to the extent that I have it now, and I've dealt with this since I was about 25. Before, I used to be super outgoing, used to go everywhere, used to have a ton of friends, everything like that. I mean, I still have quite a few friends. I've just kind of whittled my friends as far as, I'm sorry, I'm stuffy today, as far as who are my good friends, who I can count on, and, who are just acquaintances. So before, I guess I should say I had a ton of acquaintances. A ton, But I also used to do the bar scene, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I stopped drinking about 10 years ago. So, it's just my life just changes. It just changes. So, I have a handful of really super friends that I get together with a lot and everything, and I have fun with. But my job at the Attorney General's office, I loved it, loved it, loved it, and it kind of makes me laugh because people are like, "Oh man, you must have it made. You get to stay home and you get paid," and I'm like, "You have no idea. I mean, what disability pays me and my bills. I mean, just covering my rent is difficult. So I would go back to my 40 plus something an hour job in a heartbeat if I was able to. Unfortunately, that's just not in the cards for me right now. Who knows? Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and be fine. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, so that's what I did for a living, and that's what I do now. So basically, I'm kind of just a stay-at-home mom. I mean, I like it. It gets boring sometimes, because everyone's working when you're up. I mean, that's kind of why I have the schedule I have. I sleep a lot during the day, and I'm up very late at night because everybody's working during the day. So I'm just like so bored. I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'll just sleep. Like, no one's home. No one's, home to do anything with. So I wait till all my friends and family get out, of work, and then I'm up about and doing stuff. But so that was that question. Question number 3 from Merrick P86 is, what are your favorite foods and drinks? Now, this is funny. My favorite food would have to be pizza. Absolutely pizza, 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 pizza. Drinks would be coffee. I don't drink caffeinated coffee anymore. I used to go to Dunkin' and get like double shots of espresso and all that other stuff and everything like that. Once, now because of my panic attacks and everything like that and my anxiety issues, I don't do caffeine at all. So coffee and pizza would have to be my favorite food and drink. I don't eat pizza anymore. I'm really trying to get healthy. I'm really trying to lose weight and just get healthy in general. So I do a lot of juicing. I do Ideal Shape, which is like it's a diet program. It's like 2 shakes a day or whatever kind of thing, and then you have like a good dinner, like a healthy dinner or whatever. So, but my favorite foods, and if I had to choose, I'm not a big candy person. Never really have been. Not huge. I stopped eating using butter, salt. I stopped using butter and salt when I was about 12. I don't know why I made that decision to just stop, but I did. So I don't use any of that stuff. I don't drink juice. Juice is just all sugar. Don't drink it. I've just cut out artificial sweeteners just because, I mean, everything I read, they're just all so bad for you. Switching over to just plain black coffee is difficult, guys. It really is. It's an adjustment. But I'm getting used to it. And oh, dairy. I don't do dairy anymore. So I'm finding myself feeling a lot better. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've lost, I think, about like 15 pounds so far. Of course, my boyfriend's lost 70. So on the same exact diet, which drives me insane. But he was also a lot bigger than me, and he's like he's 6'8", 6'8" or 6'9", I can't remember. But so, and I'm 4'10", so you know, and I'm a woman, so that's just how it goes. Us women just don't have any luck in that department. But anyway, so yeah, so those are my favorite foods and drinks. And like I said, oh, and when I was drinking, excuse me, I don't drink alcohol anymore. Like I said, I stopped drinking about 10, maybe 15, even 15 years ago. My favorite drink was Finlandia cranberry vodka and tonic. Oh my god. Like, I would have my travel cups before we even went out, and we'd be drinking before we went out, and then we'd go to the bar, have our travel cups, you know, in the car, and oh my god, it was, oof. I had some issues there, but whatever. Those were some good times and some really, really bad times. But anyway, so that was Merrick P86's questions. Let me see here. What is next? Oh, through Erin's eyes, she writes, so you're really a G-ma. Too young, no way. I get that a lot. I think a lot of it has to do with my size, and I think a lot of it has to do with my tattoos and, you know, my hair color and everything. I mean, nobody would imagine that somebody my age. And I'm 43. I just turned 43 in March. So, you know, people don't imagine that people my age would be, you know, like this. But this is me. This is just me. I've always been like this. I've always been one to kind of push the envelope, whatever kind of thing, as my mother would say it. And, you know, she used to always call it a phase. And I'm laughing because at 43, I'm still getting tattoos and piercings and doing my hair, you know, like this. And she's like, I'm like, Mom, so 43, is it still a phase? So it's a funny thing. It drives her nuts, but I just kind of have to rib her about it. I'm sorry for sniffing, guys. I don't know why I think it's from the air conditioning that I had on. Okay, so Marisol, one of my great friends. I love her on YouTube. I love her, love her, love her. She's awesome. She does YouTubes also. She said, so what do you do for a living? I already answered that one. Besides wax, tattoos, and piercings, what else are you hooked on? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now, and this is probably going to sound super boring to you guys, but I am hooked on The Vampire Diaries and Ian Somerhalder. Like I said, he's my husband. He just doesn't know it yet. I love the man. Love him. Oh my god. He's just like, oh, I'm a little obsessed. I'll admit, I'm a little obsessed about it. I'm a little like fan crazed. Yeah, definitely, absolutely fan crazed. And I am also hooked on. I'm an official crew member, community crew member for the ISF Foundation, which is Ian Somerhalder Foundation, and right now they are raising, actually I think they raised the money already. I think it's in the building process of building an animal sanctuary and in Louisiana where he was born. And what it's going to do is obviously help animals, all different kinds of animals, you know, animal sanctuary, all different kinds of animals. But it's also going to help, they're going to have like a bullying program. So it's going to be, you know, people who've been labeled, kids who've been labeled as bullies or been bullied or whatever, they're going to kind of put them together with these animals and have them help out in the sanctuary, hoping that that will be a good outlet for them. I mean, caring for people I mean, for, you know, another living thing, you know, will help them to kind of understand, you know, help nursing these animals back to health, that kind of thing, or whatever, will kind of help them to learn compassion and empathy and just be a little more understanding. So hopefully they won't feel the need to go out and bully, you know, other people. So it's kind of like a twofer. You're helping out the animals, plus you're helping out, you know, kids, youth, which Ian thinks is like super, super duper important. Is our youth is like number one. If there's anybody that has a voice, it's our youth. He's big on the environment, saving the planet, which I am too. Reuse, repurpose, recycle, do it all the time. I just, that's my motto. Reuse, repurpose, recycle. It's my motto. So, but our youth is, you know, I mean, if we keep it going the way we're going with, you know, these landfills and not finding better sources of energy and using up all our fossil fuels and, you know, the stuff that we put into the air and the littering and it's just horrible. It's horrible. I have a page called the Connecticut ISF on Facebook. So if you would love to join that, I'll also post a link below if you'd like it. I post a lot of stuff from the Ian Somerhalder Foundation. Great information on what you can do to better this environment and our world, because as scary as it is, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, like the biggest thing was nuclear war. You know, everybody was like, oh my God, that was like the biggest threat, was like, oh my God, you know, we're gonna get nuked kind of thing. I mean, I was a 70s kid, so, you know, and now it's our environment. I mean, there's rainforests that like no longer exist. There's animal species that are extinct. Like, you know, the black rhinos are like almost gone. Like, it's just crazy. Like it's just nuts. I mean, a new animal species becomes extinct like almost, you know, like every day, and it's just, you know, some you've never heard of, but still, I mean, every single, you know, it's the trickle down effect. It's like every single animal. I mean, I personally, animal, insect, whatever, I can't stand spiders, but I've gotten to the point where, you know, depending on if they're huge or not, I must confess, I may not kill them. Maybe I'll put them, you know, in a cup or something and put them back outside, whatever. I mean, you just have to realize that, you know, when an animal becomes extinct, well, that animal was a food source to something. So then that species does not have, you know, they're missing out on their food source. I mean, so it's just this big trickle down effect. And, you know, our children's lives and their, you know, food sources and their water sources and energy sources and everything, it's just not going to be the same. And it's really scary. You know, we never had to worry about that stuff. You know, we had the sprinklers going 24/7, all this other kind of stuff. We really got to be careful, guys. So, like I said, again, that was a big rant, but I'm really passionate about that. So I will post my link below onto my Connecticut ISF page. And if you want to check out the Ian Somerhalder Foundation itself, get more information about it, I'll post that link below too. Like I said, very passionate about it. But anything you can do to help the environment, you know, any little thing you do is important. You know, I mean, we really need to up the ante and do, you know, a lot more than just, oh, I recycle. You know, I throw stuff in my recycling bin. That's great, but we really got to up it more, you know. That's why it's funny when I pack up my wax or I get wax, I keep all my boxes. I reuse everything. I reuse my packing tape. I reuse the boxes. I reuse the bubble wrap. I reuse the tissue paper. I mean, I have packing supplies. I mean, I will not purchase packing supplies. It's hysterical. I mean, everybody's like, what is that junk over there? I'm like, it's not junk. That's for when I send out all my goodies kind of thing. Okay, Marisol also posted, will you ever do a video with your boyfriend? It It depends. If he's here and I'm doing a video, then yeah, I mean, I might put him in the video like I just did my son. Sorry. And, but I don't know what do a video with your boyfriend means. Marisol, you're getting me in trouble. I'm gonna kill her because that could have many meanings. I'm sorry. That's bad of me, but that's whatever. That's just me. Will I ever do a video? Will you ever do a video with your boyfriend? That's just, I don't know, like I said, it just, that question just hits me as funny. I'm assuming she means a YouTube video, a rated PG video. But like I said, if he's here and I'm doing a video, he'll probably pop his head in and say hi, or I'll say, hey, honey, come in and say hi, whatever. I wouldn't do like an actual video, like just the two of us talking or whatever. And A, I don't think he'd be comfortable with that, and B, I don't know what we talk about, to be honest with you. But yeah, he may make some guest appearances if he's in here when I'm doing one. The only issue is, like I said, he's normally not here, just because I tend to do these in the morning while he's at work, and he doesn't live with me, by the way. But while he's at work and everybody's at work, so it's quiet, or I do them late at night, so after he's already left, from visiting or whatever. So, and everybody's asleep. So, more than likely you probably won't see him, but you never know. It could happen. Let's see. Oh, R. Cantwell 36. She posted something. You guys probably read it if you had already posted a comment too about, oh God, and I hate to keep bringing this up because I really don't give a shit. And I know I had posted a rant video, and I guess I probably shouldn't even have posted it because people think like I really care. But it was all about the whole thumbsing down thing, the haters, whatever. Like I said, I really don't care. She had posted something about, you really do care. It's so obvious. You can tell. I really don't. I mean, if I cared, I would be in tears crying and wah, poor me kind of thing. And I really do not care. R. Cantwell, to be honest, I really don't care. It just, like I said, it was just a coincidence. Marisol had posted something on hers, and I had kind of thought to myself, I was looking at my, thumbs up and thumbs down kind of things. I don't know if it was a certain video, and I just, it just hit me like, God, what a stupid concept. Like, that's just so dumb. So I just thought, I would just kind of go off hers and just post something. But I don't know. Like I said, I really don't care. So I don't care. You can hate me all you want. Whatever. I mean, you can thumbs me down all you want. It doesn't matter to me. So anyway. Next is, hold on. I have to do the show more button. Oh, God. She's so funny. Okay, this is from Cody, and she's the owner of Fire Bling Candles, which is like one of my absolute favorite vendors. Love her stuff. It's amazing. She's making me laugh. She's hysterical. She just posted like 6 just random questions, and I was dying when I first read this. So I'm sorry, you guys. I got like hiccups. Whew. I smoke. For anybody who wants to know or doesn't care, whatever, I used to be a really heavy smoker. I used to like chain smoke. I used to sit in this house and chain smoke, and I no longer smoke. I smoke e-cigarettes. I'm down to like 8 milligrams, which is like the lowest you can get. Unfortunately, my store didn't have any 8s, so I'm smoking 18s, and unfortunately, they give me the hiccups, which is really weird. So I don't know if I'm getting too much nicotine now or what, but they give me the hiccups. Ooh, and they give me heartburn too, but whatever. So she posted some really, really funny questions. So she's like, do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? Well, because of my little OCD issue, and I've never really been, I say OCD, I am OCD a lot, guys. I've never been diagnosed with OCD. I just have some certain OCD tendencies that, like, it just has to be a certain way. It has to be my way. Like, I feel so bad. The other day, my boyfriend was over. He's a master electrician, and he works for a big company. He mostly does commercial. He works for a big, huge company, and he was over putting in a bug zapper for me. And, like, we don't have electricity outside, so he just ran a cable and he put in a new light switch or whatever. And he hung it on I don't have a deck. I have a porch, and the person next to me has a deck. So when you go out onto my porch, directly to your left, you're going to see up above the person's deck. So in their rafters, he had hung, the cable, and he kept stapling. I'm like, honey, that's on the wrong side. I want it on this side. Like, he would post it over here. I'm like, I want it on this side so it's less noticeable, and everything. And so he had to move the box a couple times. I mean, it was just so funny because I was like, oh my God, I should have made you a blueprint. Like, and it was raining and he was sweating, and it was so bad. It was like downpouring, and I got him out there where I love him to death. I love him because he's just, oh my God, he's incredible. But anyway, we finally got it correct. We finally got it right. So, I don't know how that entered into, do you sleep with your closet doors open and closed? Oh, my OCD. Sorry. That's another thing. Sometimes I'll go off on a tangent and just, well, you guys who watch my videos know. Closet doors open or closed? Well, I do not sleep in my bedroom because I sleep on the couch because my daughter moved back in. She moved here from Arizona. Her boyfriend up and left with her new baby and my grandson, and her boyfriend up and left very short notice. Like, she didn't even know about it, basically, and she could no longer afford her rent, so she moved in with me. So I gave up my bedroom for the two of them, for my grandson and my daughter, so they sleep in my bedroom. So with them, the doors are always open. If I slept in my bedroom, when I did sleep in my bedroom, they were always closed. Like I said, just an OCD thing, not for any reason, not for any like superstition reason or anything like that, but I just closed them because my bed is very close to my closet also, and they're the ones that kind of, they open up, and so you have a little of the closet door like next to my bed, and I just said, my luck, I'll get up to go to the bathroom and whack my head on this thing. So, I was always closing them. So when I did sleep in there, and once they move out, and when I do sleep back in my bedroom, the doors will be closed, and that is the reason. Do you take shampoo and conditioner bottles from hotel? No, I do not. And the reason I do not to say that I wouldn't, but I do not, because if you see my hair, it is so long and so thick and so curly that what are those little trial bottles going to do for me? Have you seen them? They're like this size. Like, I mean, they may shampoo like, this little section of hair right here. Like, that's about it. But they wouldn't serve me any purpose whatsoever. My mother, by the way, does, though. My mother takes them all the time, and she takes the little soaps, which I look at those little soaps and I'm like, I could lose that somewhere taking a shower. So I don't take those either. I do take the decaf coffee, though, that they give you. I do take that. But the shampoo and conditioner bottles I do not take because they're just no use to me. Would you rather be attacked by, this is still from Cody, this is her crazy questions, by a big bear or a swarm of bees? Absolutely a big bear. Absolutely a big bear. Swarm of bees, I think, would be an absolutely, okay, this is twofold, because there's two things you can think of. Swarm of bees, you might live, right? Like, if you're not allergic, you may just live. And I've only been stung once, so I don't think I'm allergic, but I don't know, because I've only been stung once. Bees just creep me out. A swarm of bees. So the question is, are you going to die? Because if you're going to die by these attacks, I would definitely want the big bear. I don't want any anaphylactic shock or anything like that. I don't want to die that way. I'd rather just have the big bear, bite my jugular, I bleed out really quickly, that's it. So, you know, or whatever, slash my face off, whatever. I bleed out quickly. That's what I would. Big bear. Big bear would be my answer. That's such a crazy question, Cody. Oh my god, I love you to death. But yeah, big bear. So if I was gonna live though, like if this was a you're attacked but you might live question, you have a chance of living, it would probably be a swarm of bees. Just because then I would not be horribly disfigured. Yeah. So if I was going to die in the situation, it would definitely be a big bear. If I was going to live, it would be a swarm of bees. Because then I wouldn't be horribly disfigured with a swarm of bees. With a big bear, I would be horribly disfigured. So I wouldn't like that. Where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? Now, okay. If I had any hidden treasure, it would already probably be sold or pawned or whatever because, like I said, my disability barely pays my bills. So I need all the money I can get. So would I actually have any hidden treasure? Would I own any treasures? Probably not. And if I owned them, if I owned any hidden treasures, I would bury them. I would sell them all off before I had a chance to bury. But where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? Oh my god. That's a really good question. Where would I bury hidden treasure? I would bury hidden treasure. Now, this is if I had access, obviously, to something like this. But if I had access, I would bury hidden treasure, I believe, in, like, a Shark Tank of some sort. Something like that. But how would I bury it? I'm just thinking, like, something that could, like, protect the buried treasure, you know? So it would be something like a Shark Tank or something like with some evil venomous snakes pit or something like that. Something like that. Of course, I don't know how I would get through the venomous snakes in the first place to bury it, but I would bury it first and then I would fill the pit with venomous snakes. That's what I would do, probably. Or, like I said, I would happen to own a bunch of great white sharks or something like that, and then I would bury the treasure. You know, sink the treasure and bury it and then throw the great white sharks in the tank. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, these questions are just a little, I don't know. Occupations you wanted to be when you were a kid. Well, of course, me, like everybody else, wanted to be a vet. I think every girl on the face of the earth wanted to be a vet. I think for a short while I wanted to be a nurse like my mom was when I was younger. She was a nurse when I was younger, but she's had many jobs and excelled at all of them. She is Superwoman. But as I got older, what I really, not so much as a kid, I always wanted to work in a hotel. And I don't know why. Like, I just kind of wanted to be like the front desk person. Because I really am a people person. So I want to just greet everybody, like, hey, how was your day? Oh, you know, there's, you know, free donuts and coffee over there. And just kind of, I don't know. Like today, you know, like I'd be like I'd make a perfect Walmart greeter or something. I don't know. I just, I always wanted to work in a hotel. I find hotels fascinating and I don't know why. It's weird. I mean, even if they're not so great, I guess just because they're just not home. You know what I mean? But everything's still nice and you know, made up and everything like that. Kind of, you know, I like to check them out. I like to see if they have gyms. I always have to find the ice machine because that's always fun. I don't know why. At 43, that's fun, but I always have to find the ice machine. They're little teeny weeny 1-cupper coffee makers are cute. It's an added bonus if they have a hair dryer. I mean, I don't dry my hair. I dry it naturally, but it's funny because my mother goes to Foxwoods, or actually, well, she goes to Mohegan mostly, but Foxwoods, which is the biggest casino in the United States, here in Connecticut. Oh, I didn't post that. I should have posted that. There was something on it. There's a contest going on one of the other groups. But what is your state famous for? But we own the we don't, the Indians do, but they own the biggest casino in I mean, besides Vegas, obviously, after Vegas, the biggest casino in the United States is Foxwoods, in Connecticut here. But anyway, I don't know. So I don't know what it is about hotels, but I've always wanted to kind of, like, you know, especially one of those swanky ones. I don't know. I kind of like the little ones too. When we drove cross country from here to Arizona, my parents have a house out in Arizona. And we used to have to, my mom's dog recently passed, but we had to drive, or somebody did, one way to bring the dog because she wouldn't fly the dog. And so me and my son went with her one year, and we drove cross country, and we stayed at, you know, many different hotels. And I don't know, they're just, I just find them cool. I don't know, I find them cool. Whatever. Okay, enough of that. That would be my occupation, would work at a hotel. I don't want to be a maid at a hotel, but I want to, like, you know, do the front desk kind of thing. Can you hold your breath without holding your nose? Can't everybody do that? God, Cody, I don't know about you. Yes, I can hold my breath without holding my nose. I don't hold my nose when I jump in a pool either. In fact, I don't hold my nose, period. I don't hold my nose when I drink something gross. I don't hold my nose. At all. That was a weird question. Okay, who is better, Leno or Letterman? I don't like either of them. I'll be straight up and honest. If I had to pick one, I would pick Leno. I think Letterman's kind of creepy. Super creepy. And just seeing kind of the, what you call it's on him, the, you know, tabloids and, you know, how he sleeps with interns and all this other stuff and whatever. I don't know why. I don't know why they would, but I would say Leno out of those two choices. But if I had to pick one, I would pick Conan. Just because I think he's funny. I don't know. I don't watch those late night TV things. Those, you know, late night with Conan O'Brien, whatever. But if I had to pick one, it would be Conan. Just because, I don't know. He can be funny. Although, you know whose show I do watch a lot is Brand X with Russell Brand. I think that guy is absolutely, I think he's hysterical, first of all. I think he's absolutely hysterical. And I know a lot of Katy Perry people are going to be like, oh, I hate him. I don't know what happened with that. I don't care, whatever. He is hysterical. And he is super smart. He is, if you've ever watched, like, his show, Brand X, I don't know if it's still on TV, but I've watched it in reruns, and sometimes if I'm up and it just happens to be on that channel, I'll watch it. Love it. I want to read his books. He has 2 books out. I just find the guy to be so intelligent, like amazingly intelligent. It just boggles my mind. And how he handles some of these very controversial guests that he has on, it just, I love him. I think he's great. So my choice would be neither Leno or Letterman, but Russell Brand from Brand X. Double Arrow Angel asks, thank you for those absolutely ridiculous questions, by the way, Cody. Devil Arrow Angel asks, can you talk about your tattoos and piercings? Yeah, I don't know what you want to know about them. I started getting tattooed. I got my tattoo. I actually waited till the age of 18. Legal age. I got my first tattoo. It was a little teeny rose. I still have it on my shoulder. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was kind of like, I think my boyfriend got one, or my ex-boyfriend, and I was trying to make a statement or whatever, so then I got one, showed it off at a party. I don't exactly remember the whole thing, but I was 18. So I was legal. And then I got, a couple others, you know, sporadically throughout the years. I really did not start collecting because, as you can see, I mean, you've seen in some of the other videos, I have almost full sleeves going on. And, like I said, I have a lot of fill that a lot that needs to be filled, but I don't have a lot of space left for, these are my 2 newest ones, my eye right here, and my lips, my little like vampire lips. These were done by Mike Dunn at Visual Expressions in East Hartford. Of course, if there's any Connecticut people that watch my videos, Mike Dunn is like the bomb. But I really didn't start getting like a whole mess. Like I had like about maybe 10 that I had collected throughout the years, but until I was like 35, like actually like about, yeah, like about 4 or 5 years ago, because one of my best friends started tattooing and I was like his guinea pig. So a lot of this stuff is stuff that he, especially this arm right here, is stuff that he had just done out of his basement. So it's all going to get redone. It's all going to get fixed up and redone. This one is like one of my favorites just because my daughter drew it and it says C. Salazzo in the banner. And she has this exact same one, but she has it on her back. And her name is Chelsea and mine's Christine. So we kind of got them together for each other. And she drew it. So this is just her drawing, stenciled, and then slapped on. Hers is not colored. Mine is. But she didn't get to that point yet. And I have a lot of other ones that mean a lot to me and stuff. But basically, like I said, I just kind of came up with ideas. I just let him go for it, whatever kind of thing. So my goal is definitely to have my whole chest, like, absolutely filled. I have to get these redone, these little swirls, because they've kind of faded. But my whole chest to be absolutely filled, and then my arms to be absolutely filled, like with fill and everything. I don't think, of course I say this, but I don't think I will move on to my...
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. My mother-in-law just walked in.
Is that the 7th grader?
I'm doing a video. Are you guys gonna like chit chat and stuff? Yeah. Can you be quiet or go upstairs?
Absolutely.
Okay. Why don't you guys hang upstairs? So I say I'm not gonna like move to my legs and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's kind of become an obsession. So, and can you talk about your tattoos? Oh, and my piercings. I'm not so much into the piercings anymore. I have my nose. I have my Medusa here. I have my navel, and I've had my tongue. I've had my eyebrow. I've had my labret, which is right here. I've had snake bites, which I miss. I really miss those. I had my ears gauged, or stretched, I should say. It's not called gauged, but stretched. My mother hates my piercings. Absolutely hates them. Worse than my tattoos, which I laugh about because my tattoos are permanent. My piercings are not. Like, I can take them out, and that's what I usually do is when I get a new one, I take one out, just so I'm not too much, there's not too much metal going on. I have some in other places too, but, unmentionables. But those are the stories of my tattoos and piercings. So I didn't know, Devil, Arrow, Angel, if there was anything specific you wanted to know. If you do, post it, and I'll do another video. I plan on doing another one of these sometime soon in the future. Okay, WWW Underoos said, this is more of a statement, and she's so funny. And I can't remember exactly who this is. Oh, it's going to drive me nuts, because I know the names. I know them, but I'm just trying to get through this. She writes, I don't believe you could tell, because in my last video about this follow-up video, I said, I'm an open book, and I could tell you my life story in 10 minutes, or within 10 minutes, you would know my life story. And they write, I don't believe you could tell any story in under 10 minutes, much less your life story. And I'm like, that cracked me up. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I just totally cracked me up. I said, okay, you're right. Absolutely. I'm going to have to write a novel. You guys will have to wait for the book to come out, because once it's published, I'll give you guys, you purchase the book, I'll sign it for you, but, So I just, yeah, so that's what I said. I said, I guess you guys will just have to wait for the book to be published because, you know, she's probably right. I probably cannot. It would be more than 10 minutes. So n squared posted, yay, I'd love to know about Chris. Okay, I guess the first thing I should ask is what started your addiction to wax. So I had already, that was my first question. Actually, that's funny because I went from the earliest that was posted to the latest that was posted. And the first video, oh my God, that's so funny. That's going to crack me up. Yeah. So the first question was, how did you get into wax? And the last question was, what started your wax addiction? So that's really funny. So the first and last questions were exactly the same. So anyway, guys, that was, let's, you know, get to know Chris. This is my follow-up, my answers to the questions. And I loved your questions, guys. They were great. And Cody just cracked me up. You're just, oh my God. You're just a hoot. You just, oh my God. That was so funny. But anyway, so if anybody has any more questions that they would like to know, post them below this video. And I'd be happy to answer them because I did post this video in a lot of the wax groups, and I don't know if people have gotten a chance to watch. Not this video, the prior one. Have gotten a chance to watch it or anything like that. But if you have any more questions, post them below. Like I said, I'm open to anything, so anything you want to ask, let me know. But this has been so much fun, guys. So I hope I answered your questions correctly or adequately. So let me know below if I did or didn't. I'm gonna post some links below to the Candles Anonymous group and to my Connecticut ISF Foundation group. Not group, but my page, and to the Ian Somerhalder Foundation, because those are some things I'm very passionate about. And that is it. So that was fun. That was fun. I want to do this again. Post more questions, guys. I want to, you know, post some juicy ones. I really want to do this again. But anyway, thank you guys for all the questions. It was wonderful, and I had a really good time. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Talk to you later.